Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Jamie Chadwick driver career mode here in F1 22. Remember to like that video and hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying the series and if you want to see more. Today, we're going to be doing the Bahrain Grand Prix. I'll show you some highlights from practice and quali. If you want to see the behind the scenes of that stuff, you need to follow me over on Twitch. In the YouTube videos, you'll just be getting highlights. So we'll do practice, qualifying, and then the race at the end of the video. I'm going to fast forward time here, and I'll see you in practice. All right, before we get to practice, let's check out the car reveal. Obviously, this is last year's car, so we all already know what it looks like. But, for the pomp and circumstance, let's check it out. All right, here we are before practice. Before the first race, the team actually got another upgrade in aerodynamics and chassis. We're still the worst car on paper, so I'm not sure if it will make much of a difference, but we'll check it out. I'm about to head into practice one right now. I'm not sure if I'm going to show anything from practice, maybe really slight highlights. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, you'll be able to tell in just a couple of minutes here, but we'll definitely see you in qualifying for some of our laps there. All right, so here we are post practice. We were able to get the maximum amount of resource points, so that's good. Also, in the run up to this weekend, the team put through an upgrade in aerodynamics and chassis. We're still the worst car. Um, us and Aston Martin are similar. We're pretty far behind the Haas, and obviously, like miles behind everyone else. Um, I think that getting out of Q1 is probably not on the cards today. Um, so all we're gonna focus on is trying to beat Alex. Um, and really, the goal is to not qualify in the bottom two, because that's where our car at is 20 and 19. If one of us can get into 18th, preferably us, then that would be a win for us. So yeah, let's get into qualifying. I'll see you on our first run in Q1, and let's see what we can do. All right, here we are in our out lap of our first run in Q1. I just wanted to take some time and talk about my flashback policy, which is different in qualifying in the race. I'll talk about the race flashback policy when we get there. But for qualifying, um, I can use flashbacks one time on our first run. So, like this one that we're about to do now, I can use one flashback. And then on our second run, like on our final run of the session, generally there's only two. I don't let myself use a flashback. So that's it. Whatever happens, happens. I think that makes it more realistic and more tense and more fun. So here we are coming down the final straight before the start finish straight. Let me turn on my ERS. Here we go. Coming around the final corner, gas down, upshift, DRS, and we are off on our first run of this career mode. Jamie Chadwick in Formula One at Williams. Let's see what we can do in Bahrain. Try to get a good exit through here. DRS on. I find myself not really being able to talk while I do this because it's like so much focus. Could have been better through there, but not awful. Now this is the real scary part, is this downhill left-hander coming up. I think it's turn 10. I just can't go in too heavy. Oh, that was just about as good as I could do that. Alright, get a good run through here. And this next corner is also pretty tricky because it's a quick corner, so you can't brake too much, but you can't run too wide. Alright, and then this has got to be flat through here. Ooh, I got the line a little bit wrong. Just trying to caress the car around that corner. Alright, here we go on the last straight. Let's see if we can get a good corner Final corner before. It's a pretty short straight here, getting back to the start finish line. Let's see how we do. And that's a 1:32.2. We're ahead of our teammate over there, you see. Let's head back to the garage and see where that puts us. Okay, so after our first run in Q1, we ended up with a 1:32.2. Alex had a 1:32.5. We're in the knockout zone, but we're 16th, which isn't awful. Um, I mean, the expectation would be it's us fighting with Aston Martin in these bottom four spots, but actually Ocon is down there in 18th. Not sure what happened with his lap, but yeah, I mean, we're the best of the worst right now of those bottom four cars. We're the best. Let's see what happens in our second run. Remember, there's no flashbacks for the second run, so we just got to nail it. Or if we crash the car, we're out. You know, whatever happens, happens on this last run. I'll see you at the start of that. All right, here we go. About to finish our out lap for our final run. We're the last car on track, so it's all up to us here. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get out of Q1 for our first qualifying session in this career mode. We're doing pretty good so far. We're almost a tenth up on our first lap. I felt really confident through there. I can't look up at the delta though because I don't want to lose focus. I think we might have lost a little bit of time through there. I'm not sure. This is a pivotal corner. We got to nail it. And we did. Or at least close enough. Okay, now I can look up. Oh wow, we're almost 4/10 up. We might make it out of Q1 here. We'll see what Ocon does. We'll see what the people behind us do. This is a much better lap than the first one. I really nailed a lot more of the corners. I don't know if there's track evolution in this game. Almost 7/10 up on our first lap. We went down to 17th. Let's see what we've got. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm not going to look until the screen after. I have no idea what we got. I closed my eyes. I think I missed a gear shift. Ooh! Jamie Chadwick making it out of Q1. Wow, I'm shocked. I'm curious to see what the times were. So we're going into Q2. I was not ready for that. Surpassing all expectation. Wow. Let's see what the times were like. Alex ended up in last. He didn't improve on his time, I don't think. Wow, we're almost a second ahead of Alex. That makes me think the difficulty might be a tad too easy, but you know, it takes a while to really dial in the difficulty. So I'm not that upset. I think we'll probably end up qualifying 15th, but we'll try to get higher. But yeah, we ended up with a 1:31.7. I mean, Pierre was only a tenth, less than a tenth of away from us. So yeah, we didn't make it by very much. Let's see what we can do in Q2. All right, here we are approaching the final corner of our first run in Q2. It wasn't a great lap. It was okay. I can't envision a scenario where this... Oh, and I totally missed a gear shift coming out of there. So yeah, now I definitely can't envision a scenario where that puts us any higher than 15th. Let's see what we can do in our second run. It's really going to be all or nothing in that second run. Let's see what we can do. All right, after that first run in Q2, it looks like we're 7/10 back from 14th. That was a bad lap though, and I really messed it up coming out of that last corner. So, and yeah, I had to put on an old set of softs for that because The only 4 tires I have available are the 2 used ones from Q1, a new one, and a medium. So I went with a used soft for that first run. Now we're putting on a brand new soft. Let's see if we can make up that 7/10 and maybe more if we want to get out of 15th. But I'm pretty sure we'll be starting this race in 15th, which isn't bad. I'm not complaining about that. That's better than I could have even hoped for before we got into qualifying. So yeah, let's head into Q2 and see what happens. So we're currently on our out lap for our final run in Q2. As you can see on the left there, we did not do well enough to get out of 15th on that first run, which is all good. We're about 7/10 back from Bottas. I don't have any expectation to qualify any higher than 15th, but let's see what we can do and try to make something magical happen. Around the final corner, and here we go. Probably our last lap in qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix, but let's see what happens. Not a terrible exit out of the last corner. Let's see if we can do something special around here. Not very good. Although we're up a 10. Almost up a 10th and a half. We got to make up 7/10 to get to Bottas's first time, let alone what his second time will be. Track limits. They didn't see it. They didn't see it. Not my best lap. It's just kind of messy. Alright, 2.5 tenths up on my last one though. Not terrible. We might make it up to 7.5 tenths, you know. We're gaining time all the way down here. Alright, ooh, this is going to be close. We might be able to get 14th here. I'm closing my eyes. I can't look. What did we get? Come on. 14th. We pipped him. Pipped? Is that a word? We pipped him. I don't know who. I think it's Bottas. Alright, so we're starting 14th in the Grand Prix. Get down. Was not expecting that. Let's check it out and see what happened. We got Bottas by a 10th. Wow. Yeah, I think that I'm going to keep the difficulty the same for this race. But for starting in Jeddah, I'll probably put the difficulty up 1 or 2 points. Because I really appreciate realism. And to me, that's bordering on not being realistic. Actually, I think I'm going to put the difficulty up 1 point for the race, just to make sure I don't like end up in 12th or something. While I would love to end up in 12th on merit, I do feel like if the difficulty's wrong, it's not really on merit. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I'm going to put the difficulty up 1 point, and we'll be starting 14th in the race. Before we get to the race, I'll talk about how the flashbacks work. I mean, honestly, in the YouTube video, you probably won't see many flashbacks because it'll just be highlights. But for the stream, it's good to explain the flashbacks, and I guess it's good to just talk about it anyways. It will probably be the only time I mention it in the YouTube video. So yeah, starting 14th. I'll see you over at the race, and yeah, I'm excited to get this save underway. All right, before we get into the race, I want to talk about how I use flashbacks in Grand Prix. So I've done career modes in the past and races in the past where I use, I think, the medium flashback option, where you get 9 flashbacks per race. For this series, I'm going to use unlimited flashbacks, but I can only use them in certain situations. And I'm going to go through those with you right now. So the first rule is no flashbacks on the first lap. If I crash in the first corner and I'm out of the race, I'm out of the race. If I lose a front wing, we lose a front wing. Once we get past the first lap, the only time I'm going to use flashbacks is if I mess up for an unrealistic reason, like I just lose focus for a sec, or I look down at the computer, or I do something unrealistic. If I'm going for an overtake, like if I know in my head, okay, I'm going for an overtake here, and I crash or something, I'm not going to use a flashback for that. Because to me, it's like, if I'm going to go for an overtake, I have to be sure that I'm going to get it done and, weigh the risks of doing that. And if I crash, then I crash. So, but sometimes something will happen, like I'm not trying to overtake, but I'll crash into the back of the person in front of me because I mess up the braking zone. I will flash that back. But if I'm intentionally going for an overtake, then there's no flashbacks on that. And then as far as defending goes, I play it by ear. If the AI does like a crazy move and they crash into me, I'll probably flash that back. But if I'm kind of defending pretty, aggressively, and I mess something up, then I'm not gonna flash that back because that's like it's my problem. I'm the one that messed up. So that's kind of how I'm gonna do it. I want it to be as realistic as possible, and I wanted to explain that before we get into the session. All right, so far this looks pretty realistic. My big thing with these grid orders is sometimes the AI does weird things and they're not very realistic. But so far, I'm okay with that. I know we're starting 14th. I think our teammate is starting last. Let's see. Yep, starting 14th. Behind us is Bottas and Gasly. I mean, there are faster cars behind us. I think, well, we're the worst car on the grid on paper. So I guess every car behind us is technically faster. Let's see if we can keep them behind on the race start. Let's see what we can do. I would be happy to just keep our position throughout this race. If we stay 14th and we finish 14th, I mean, that would be a huge success for us. I'm expecting to fall back in terms of race pace. I think we had a pretty lucky qualifying there where maybe the difficulty wasn't exactly correct. So I turned it up a little bit, the difficulty. So I think we will fall back a little bit. But finishing any higher than 19th or 20th, I think is a success for us. All right, so as far as strategy goes, they're recommending that I do this alternate strategy, the two-stop, going soft, medium, medium. I think I looked at the race director, and I think more people are starting on mediums. Yeah, definitely more people are starting on mediums than softs, including our teammate. I'm thinking I'm actually going to go medium to soft. Medium to hard. Just because, you never know what's going to happen in the pit stops. Maybe there's a safety car and we can improvise and put on a soft at the end or something. But as you can see, I mean, the medium hard strategy is a second faster. I think let's go with that. It's what most people are doing. Let's just do, let's try to match what other people are doing. Let's not get too crazy or, aggressive on the first race. And yeah, let's see what we can do. Starting on mediums. The cars around us are, I think, on mediums. Yeah, the car in front of us and behind us are on mediums. We'll have to watch out for Pierre and Mick coming through on those softs. But besides that, I think it's just going to be all about how our race start goes and the consistency we can put in with our lap times. So it looks like we're scheduled to pit in about lap 25. We'll assess once we get there and see how the tires feel and see how the strategy's going and the race is going up to that point. But I think 25 is a good spot to pit at. All right, remember now, no flashbacks on the first lap. So this could get pretty intense here. And it also makes me want to be much more conservative going into the first corner. I'm getting nervous.
Okay, pull the clutch in, hold it there until the start. Right,
5 red lights.
Let's build the revs.
Lights out and away we go. Didn't get a great start. I'm putting on some overtake mode. Once again, I want to be conservative going into the first corner, but I don't know that I can. I'm going to brake a little early here. Get up the inside of Tsunoda. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ooh, we didn't give that much space to Magnussen behind us, but I think we got away with that. And we make up 2 places in the first corner, up to 12th. Great start. And it looks like Alonso's going pretty slow up there. I'm not sure what happened with him, but we're able to keep up with the cars in front. Ooh, kind of got stuck on the curb there. Lost the car for a second. Magnussen's real close behind us. I have a feeling Magnussen's gonna... Yep. I'm not even gonna try to defend that. I'm just gonna be safe. Oh, we gotta... No, he got a way better exit than us there. And Magnussen's away. And that Haas car is way faster than us. I'm actually just gonna let him go there. I don't see any point in fighting him. In fact, I think Bottas is gonna go through here as well. We got a great start, but yeah, I'm not sure that we're gonna be able to keep up with a few of these cars that are behind us. But man, that was a pretty tense first corner. I don't know who it was that came up the inside of that first corner, but they really kind of squeezed us in. We were in the middle. We went 3 wide, and we were in the middle. So, yeah, just trying to be conservative. And now that we're done with this first lap, flashbacks are on the table, so I can kind of relax a little bit and not be as nervous. Alright, Bottas is getting closer and closer every corner. I'm thinking he's probably going to be able to get us into turn 1. I'll do my best to defend, but I don't really see a point. He just seems way faster than us. But we're doing a good job of keeping up with the cars ahead. It looks like there's a gap there on the mini-map between, I think it's Alonso and that Alpine, to, I guess, that Joe and the Alfa Romeo way up there. But let's see if we can stay ahead of Bottas on this straight. DRS is going to open here. We're about to get into the third lap. And yeah, even with overtake mode, I don't think there's any way we could defend Bottas. So we'll let him go. And then Gasly's going to be behind on the soft. I'm sure he's going to get by us pretty easily. Whoa. Had to avoid Bottas there a little bit. And yeah, I think Gasly's going to get us here with DRS too. I'll try to defend it. I do think that like the Aston Martins, the Alpha Tauris, we'll be able to fight with them. Maybe not in this first race, but going forward. They're kind of the next worst teams besides us. Ooh, I got all out of sorts in that corner. I'm going to try to stay in the inside, defend. Great defense there. But yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to hold Gasly back for much longer. Gasly's going to have DRS here on the run down to turn 4. He's definitely going to go for a move. Yeah, and I'm not really able to... Well, we were able to defend it. I thought I was giving up that place for sure, but I think he's going to get this move done on this lap. And I'm sort of tempted to just not fight it because we're just losing more time. And with him on those soft tires, I mean, he's just on a different strategy. Alright, Gasly once again is just not really able to get past us. I think he's also defending from Tsunoda behind. Whoa. I think I'm just going to let someone through here. Is that Tsunoda? Wow, Tsunoda made... Oh, man. Yeah, I just kind of had to... Got swamped by 3 people. And I had to brake so hard for Gasly there that Schumacher also got by. Man, we are losing places left and right. We're now 2 places back from where we started. Also, Joe had an engine failure, and it's that's an exact moment that I will flashback. Just because I wasn't trying to make an overtake, I just did something stupid, and I was talking. Let's go back to here. But yeah, Joe is out of the race. He had an engine failure. So we moved up a place, but then we just lost 3 places in 1 corner. Alright, I think we might be able to get Schumacher back here. I'm going to go for... Oh, he's going to go defensive. I'll go along the outside. Get the slipstream from Gasly. But we can't crash into the back of him. Hanging around the outside. Oh, had to avoid Gasly there. And did I get both of them in that first corner? And I did make that move stick. Let's see if Gasly's going to come back at me into turn 4. Going up the inside. Can I hang it around the outside? Brake late. and I can. He's still kind of there. I'm going to try to cut him off. He's going to go
Car
up
ahead is
the inside of that
2.1
corner.
seconds.
We're going wheel to wheel with Gasly through this whole first. Oh, I don't know why I tried to go to the outside there. Yeah, this is a big group of cars here that are all fighting. I don't want anyone to pass me here. All right, we kept it clean through all of that. I'm gonna have to watch that again, but maybe I'll put a replay in there. But that was some pretty good wheel-to-wheel racing between all of us. All right, we're catching back up to Gasly. He's on the soft tires and we're on mediums, but we're able to catch up to him. We might go for a move into this first corner here. We can get back up to where we started the race in 14th. Let's try some overtake mode. He's not gonna have DRS, but we will. We might be a little too far back. Let's go for it. Remember, I got to keep it safe through these because when I'm going for an overtake, there's no flashbacks. Oof, he kind of didn't give me a lot of space there, but I think like a few laps ago, I didn't really give anyone space there either, so I can't complain too much. And we passed Pierre Gasly back up to 14th, although they're all still right behind me. It seems like this last sort of 5 cars in this race are all pretty even, and we're all kind of just switching places back and forth. I'm really surprised that Pierre didn't pull out a gap on those soft tires, but yeah, he's on a different strategy, so we'll see what he can do. All right, here we are in Sector 1 of lap 13. Not much has been happening in the last few laps. Pierre is hanging out just like about a second and a little bit behind. He can't really ever get into DRS range. I'm just keeping him out of that distance. We're kind of waiting for the soft tire stint of Gasly to end so that we don't have to worry about him anymore and we can kind of just drive. As you can see, well, Verstappen pit, but we're like 6 seconds back from Tsunoda and we're 2.5 seconds back from Albon. So we're kind of in a lonely race right now besides Pierre, but he's on a different strategy, so he'll disappear from us pretty soon, I think. All right, so Gasly just pit. He ended up being like I don't know, 2.5 seconds behind us. So I think that his soft tires were really starting to fall off. So yeah, now we're kind of in our own little world. We've got Albon 2.5 behind, Tsunoda about 7 ahead. I don't know if we'll really be seeing anyone until we pit at around lap 25. But yeah, I feel good. The car feels good. Those first few laps were fun. We had a lot of wheel-to-wheel racing. Let's see if anything else happens before our first pit stop. All right, we're on lap 23. Checo just pit again. So he's back behind us, but I'm sure he'll be coming through. Or maybe he'll probably pass us once we pit around lap 25. Our tires are starting to fall off a little bit. Albon has made up about a second on us behind. He was like 2.5 seconds back. Now he's like 1.5. He hasn't gotten DRS on us, but he's gotten pretty close a couple times. So yeah, I'm just going to try to keep putting in fast, consistent laps until the end of this stint. And let's try to get a good stop and see what we can do. All right, so Carlos is currently in the lead, but he hasn't pit yet. Charles, Max, George, and Ocon have all pit. Max is on the soft, medium. So Max is doing a 2-stopper, while Charles, George, and Ocon are doing 1-stops. They're on the same strategy as us. Lewis is doing 2 stops. Alonso's 2 stops. Sergio Perez has done both of his stops, although his first pit, he pit on lap 8 for a front wing. So maybe he'll try to make those tires last all the way. Probably. Well, if he put the mediums on like in the last couple laps, I think he'll have to stop again, actually. We'll see how it plays out. But yeah, Carlos in the lead. We'll check back in with this once everyone's pit. Alright, coming in for our pit stop here. Putting on the hard tires. I'm going to try to turn in at the exact right moment. I find that if you hit the button when it says like 0.3, is always purple. Yeah, I hit it with like 0.3 left and got the optimal stop. And we're off. Good pit stop. Alright, so we're out of the pit stop. We ended up in P17, which is worse than I was expecting, but we don't know who's pit yet. And these hard tires just feel awful. Yeah, I'm gonna have to warm them up. I think the temperature is all messed up because we just put them on. So hopefully they feel better after this first lap. Because right now they feel awful. All right, so we came out in P17. It looks like I think Checo's gonna have to pit again, although I would imagine he's gonna drive right by us once he does. I think Pierre's gonna have to pit again. Schumacher's gonna have to pit again. Lance Stroll will have to pit again. Vettel will have to pit again. So I think. Oh, and then also Albon will have to pit. Um, so I think that a P15, maybe even a P14 is still on the cards here, if depending on how Alex's pit goes. Um, but I think a P14 and 15 are on the cards here. All right, Alex is in the pits. In a perfect world, we'll come out ahead of him, although these hard tires have just been awful this lap. So um, I'm not super confident. Although it looks like Alex, okay, he's on the move again. It might be tight going into turn one with our teammate here. I've got overtake mode on. Oh, yeah, we're going to beat him there. Yeah, there he is. He just came out. So I definitely think he gained time, though. Ooh, is he going to go for it? No. All right, cool. We came out ahead, but he's definitely gained like a second on us in that lap. All right, so it's been a few laps since our pit stop. We're not really able to gap Alex. He's staying within our DRS range, but he's not really challenging us at all. I think we're starting to make up time on Mick ahead of us. Um, he's on softs, but they're very old softs, so he's going to have to pit soon, him and Gasly. So I'm feeling good. I think we're going to pop up into 14th here once those two make their pit stop. All right, both Mick and Pierre both made their pit stop just now, so we are up into 14th. Granted, they're going to be on softer tires. I think they're doing like 2 medium stints and a soft stint. I don't know. Let me check right now what tire they went to. Pierre went to mediums and Mick went to mediums. So yeah, they're going to be faster than us, although they'll be about maybe 20 seconds behind. So I guess the real question mark of this race is going to be, can Stroll, Pierre, Mick, Sebastian catch back up to us? I kind of doubt it. I don't think we're going to be able to catch up to Yuki. I think the highest we can get in this race is 14th. So the big question marks are, can they catch back up to me and Alex, and can I fend off Alex because he's getting close to going for an overtake on us. All right, Alex has been getting pretty close. Let's see if he goes for a move down into turn one. I think he's going to. Let me put on overtake mode and try to hang it around the outside. Late on the brakes. Let's see if we can get him. All right, my overtake mode is on. I think we got him going into turn four here. Yep, this is going to be a battle, I think, for the rest of this race. It's not over yet. We go wheel to wheel through turn four. I take the outside line, and I keep that position, although that is getting pretty close. I'm going to try to really pull away from Alex because he can make the end of this race pretty difficult for us. All right, down the start-finish straight again. Let's see if Alex has got anything for us this time. He's got DRS. I think he's too far back to go for a move. He'll pull to the inside. He's going to go for it. Let me hang it around the outside again. Pretty identical to the last time he went for it. Let's try to cover him off. Yeah. We did better that time. Last time we were wheel to wheel all the way through this section, all the way through turn four. This time we were able to defend going into turn one a lot better. All right, here comes Alex down this back straight sort of section. He tries to go around the outside. We kind of go off the track a little bit. He's staying on the outside. We can't really go wheel to wheel through here. I think he's going to take this position unless we can try to throw it up the inside there. I just can't risk it. All right, Alex gets past us. We're down to 15th. Maybe we can get him back going into turn one. We'll have DRS this time. I'm going to use a little bit of overtake to keep up with him. Try to get a better exit than him coming out of this last corner. I think we'll be able to make a move here. I'm going to go down the inside. We might pass him before we even get to the braking zone, though. Let's pull out. Oh, yeah, we're going to get past him before the braking zone. And, oh, he's going along the outside still. tight wheel-to-wheel racing with our teammate here. No team orders at Williams. And we get that place back up into 14th. I think this is going to be a battle for the rest of this race. All right, we finally got Alex out of DRS range. Lap 38. I mean, he's close to it, but we've kind of created a little bit of a gap to where he's not as putting as much pressure on us as he was before. So I'm feeling good. We've got about 20 laps left of this race. I'm feeling pretty confident about this P14. I mean, when you think about it, P14 and P15 is a great result for the team. It's a great result for us as well. You know, we're the worst car on paper, so 19th and 20th is kind of what's expected of us. So to go 14 and 15 is just showing that we can do more than what's expected of us. Ooh, I had a big moment there going into turn 10, the downhill left-hander. That's going to give Alex an opportunity to get back into DRS range here. Gonna have to defend through sector 3 here and into the first few corners of the next lap. Actually, he didn't really take advantage of that opportunity I gifted him there. He's back out of DRS range. I think if we put some overtake mode, yep, he's out of DRS range for this first zone. So we managed to get away with that one. All right, Alex has really caught up to us here. We're on the run going down to turn 4. Let's see if he can catch us and try to make a move. Is he going to go for it? He pulls to the inside. He thought about it, but he decided not to. This battle is still going on with Alex. Let's see if it keeps going for the next 16 or 17 laps. All right, Alex is all over us this lap. I'm thinking he's going to go for a move here. He does. We're going to have to hang it around the outside. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to defend this one. Oh, we go off track. We somehow stay in front. I think in real life maybe I'd have to give that place back, but I'm not doing it. And here he comes again. Albon going down the inside. I put my ERS on. I really don't have any chance to defend that. Albon ahead. We're down into P15. And now we're getting blue flags from the Ferraris behind. This could be a disaster. That was just the worst timing for blue flags. Let's go through the whole blue flag ceremony procedure and let's see where we end up after it. So there's Charles that we let through, and now we've got to let Sainz through, it looks like. Man, we're already 2 seconds back from Albon, but granted, he hasn't let Charles pass yet. I'm going to let Sainz through here. Now, looking at the mini-map, the next person back is a Mercedes, and they're way back. I don't think we're going to be lapped or get any more blue flags in this race. Albon still hasn't let either Ferrari by, so while he's 3 seconds ahead, it's not that bad. All right, there he goes. He let Charles by. That got us a second closer. Hopefully, when he lets Sainz by, it puts Albon in a tough position and we can take advantage of it. Alright, there goes Sainz. We've caught right back up to Albon here. We'll have DRS going into turn 4. Maybe we could make a move. We're a little bit too far back, I think. Let's look to make a move on that straight after that downhill left-hander. Going into turn 11, I guess. But we got to stay close to him. These are some important laps in this race right now. Important corners. He's also going to have DRS off of Sainz. We might have to wait until the Ferraris pull away a little bit more before we can think about making a move on Albon. Let's get the good exit coming out of here. ERS, DRS. No, he's way too far away for us to make a move. Alright, we're staying close to Albon here. I'm thinking about making a move into turn 1. Here we go through the final corner. Good exit. He had a little bit of a wobble coming out of that final corner, but he's still gaining on us. Got a better exit. ERS and DRS. in his slipstream. It's not going to be enough, though, I don't think. It's not going to be enough. Maybe we could try something going into turn 4 if we get a good exit here. I think Albon might get us here in this race. To be honest, I think his pace has been better. We've been having to defend pretty hard just to keep him away from us. But I think he probably deserves to finish 14th. But we'll try everything we can to get that place back. Alright, Alex almost gapped us in the middle of that lap and got us out of DRS range, but we're back on him here. I might try for moving to turn 1. I'll put ERS on early. We'll have DRS. He's already 0.6 ahead, though. I just don't think we're going to make it happen in this corner. Maybe into turn 4. I said that last lap, but we're much closer to him now than we were last lap. ERS back on. Kevin Magnussen's out of the session. I can't look at that right now. Probably an engine issue. Can we go for it? Ooh. Brake broke a little bit too late into that corner and lost some precious tenths to Albon ahead. There's K-Mag. Probably an engine issue. But he was ahead of us. So crucially, both me and Albon move up a position. And we're getting pretty close to the points in our first race here. Once again, this would be a great result for the team if we can both hold on to 13th and 14th. And now we're over a second behind Albon. We got DRS for that straight. I don't think we're going to get it going into the start-finish straight. I think this might be our race a little bit over here in terms of our fight with Albon. He might have got us here. I'm going to try my best to keep up with him, but I'm not confident. And as I say that, I think we're going to get DRS into the first corner here. Yep, we are. We made up a few tenths in that third sector. The fight's not over yet. We're not going to get him into this turn, but it's not over yet. We're still within DRS range of Albon, lap 48 out of 57. Luckily, the cars behind that pitted for mediums are not even close to us. We're not going to have to worry about them. They are firmly behind us. So, and we're not worried about catching Alonso up there in 12th. So this is just a race between me and Alex to the end here. Alright, we're close to Albon. Let's see if we can make anything happen going into turn 1. Like I said, no flashbacks on overtakes. So if we go for it, we got to be very confident. And I'm just not confident going there. If we crashed and took both of us out of the race and it was my fault, I don't think that would be good for our first race in F1. Alright, so we've got blue flags right now. I think it's Max behind us. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, it's Max. I've kind of given up at this point of catching Albon, but maybe if, you know, while Max is lapping Albon, something happens. I don't know. It might get us back into this, hopefully. I'm going to let Max pass us, I think, on the next straight after turn 10 going to turn 11. Down here. And then we'll just look and see if there's anything that happens when Max is lapping Alex that we might be able to pounce on. Alright, I'll let him pass going here. Let's see what Albon does. Alright, we're almost half a lap later, and now Alex is letting Max go. I think we're going to catch way up to Alex here. He took a terrible line through there. Are we going to... We got to avoid him. We almost crashed into the back of him, and maybe a bit controversially, we take the place back after Albon lets Max past. I don't know what happened to Albon there. He took like a really weird line, and then he got super wide. I'm not sure. I'm not complaining. I don't think it's going to do great things for our relationships as teammates, but I'm taking that place. I'm taking 13th. I'm in Formula One to show the world what we can do. And if there's a 13th place on the table or any extra positions, we're going to take them. So a little bit controversially, we go up into P13 with only a few laps remaining. We've got blue flags from Lewis. Hopefully Alex isn't able to do the same thing to us that we just did to him. I'm going to try to let Lewis pass while we're on the straight so that we lose as little amount of time as possible. Oh, that's George. Sorry. I guess Lewis is way back. I knew that. So George, come on, get by me. Don't make me have to put on the brakes early. You can have the inside line. I'll just brake really heavy. And that should be... Oh, and he locks up, but oh no! And Alex goes back past us. George locked up, and we had to avoid him, and that let Alex get right back into us. However, we were able to fend him off there and keep our position. What such controversy with the lapped cars and the blue flags in this race. Alex almost gets past us again. I can't even speak right now. It's so crazy. But we keep the position. 13th place, Alex still in 14th. This race isn't over yet. So our last lap will be lap 56. We're about halfway through lap 53. So that's, what, 3 more laps after this one? Still got to defend. There won't be any more blue flags in this race. Oh, here comes Alex at us right now, going down the inside. We got to give him space on the inside, and he gives that move up. This might be feisty for the last few laps. Alright, here we go down the run down to turn 1. Is Alex going to go for a move? He's gaining on us quickly. He's got DRS. He's going to go down the inside. We're going to go wheel to wheel through turn 1. Got to brake late. Give him space on the inside. Oh, I dropped it into neutral. I'm a dumbass. And Alex takes that place back. Some might say it's his place rightfully, but he takes that place back. I drop it to neutral because I'm terrible. And Alex gets that place back. It's not over yet. Oh, and I took a terrible line through there. I probably deserve it. You know, that's probably the universe saying Alex deserves that spot and I don't. And if I want that 13th place, I'm going to have to earn it outside of blue flags. Alright, we're less than 5/10 back, 4/10 from Albon going into the final corner here. We'll have DRS. I didn't get the best line through that corner. I'm going to put ERS on. We'll have DRS. I'm going to go for it in the inside unless he defends. He's going towards the middle of the track. He's defending. I'm going around the outside of him here. I get past him a little bit. Let's not put it in neutral. Let's earn this place back. Whoa, and we have contact there. I think that was my fault. I was trying as hard as I could. The steering lock was fully on there as I was trying to turn to the left, but we ran into the side of him there. In fact, I want to get a replay of that after the race and see what happened there. But yeah, we definitely made contact. I do think that for our first race at Williams, we are not making friends with our teammate here. There is some controversy. There's going to be a lot to talk about in the debrief after this race at the Williams paddock. And after that collision, Alex is over a second back. He's not going to get DRS. This will be our last lap of the race here. Alex does not have DRS. All we have to do is bring it home, and we've got that 13th place for our first race in Formula One. Jamie Chadwick on the Williams team in the first race getting 13th place. I mean, what a great result for the team, 13th and 14th. A great result on track. Off track, not the best performance. I think we've got a little rivalry brewing with our teammate here. And as we come down the straight towards the final corner, we will take 13th place in this first race of the season in Bahrain. A controversial 13th place with those overtakes with the blue flags out, with the collision between me and Albon into turn 1. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with our performance. I'm happy for the team's performance. And Alex gets driver of the day. He did start 20th and ended 14th. So congratulations to him. But I have a feeling that Alex Albon does not like us very much right now.
a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again.
Charles Leclerc wins the Bahrain Grand Prix, started third, finished first. Max Verstappen started on pole, ends up third. So we've got both Ferraris, first and second. Checo finished seventh. Where is Lewis finishes ninth after starting fourth. And the driver of the day, Alex Albon, finishes 14th after starting 20th. We finished 13th, starting 14th. However, we had two retirements, and they were both ahead of us. So, really, not a great race from us, especially when you take into account the issues that we had with our teammate. But once again, great result for the team. We beat both Aston Martins, a Haas, and both Haas's, and an AlphaTauri, and Alfa Romeo, although both of them didn't finish the race. Let's check out the constructor standings. Ferrari in first, Red Bull second, Mercedes third, McLaren fourth, Alpine fifth. And the driver standings, obviously it's the same as the results of that race. So yeah, that's our first race done in this Jamie Chadwick career mode in F1 22. I feel good about it. I'm excited for the rest of the season. Let me know in the comments if which race you think will be the first one we score points at. It might not even happen this season. It happened in real life for Williams, but we'll see if it happens in this career mode. That's going to wrap it up for this episode. We'll see you next time in Jeddah for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Let's see if we can mend the relationship with Alex Albon before then. And yeah, let's keep this career mode going. All right, thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. And remember, I'm streaming this on Twitch. You can find the link to my Twitch on my channel. It's just the same name as my YouTube, celeryschwinn. Join me over there. You can see all the behind the scenes, the practice, the qualifying, everything. But yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.